global automotive industry has been operating on a fundamental, incredibly expensive lie for over a century. Since the days of the very first mass-produced vehicles, the Western world has worshipped the traditional assembly line. We have been conditioned to believe that building a car requires a colossal, multi-billion-pound factory footprint. You need stamping plants to forge heavy steel. You need miles of robotic welding arms to piece the skeleton together. You need an army of engineers to lower massive, complicated drivetrains into the engine bay. And you need days of painstaking labor to thread thousands of individual copper wires through the mechanical guts of the vehicle. This is the heritage that legacy automakers from Europe and America have built their entire empires upon. It is a slow, heavy, incredibly inefficient way of building a machine. But because everyone was doing it, nobody questioned it. Until right now, what is happening in the Chinese automotive sector today is not just a shift to electric power. It is an absolute, extinction-level destruction of the traditional car factory. And the weapon executing this destruction isn't a hypercar, and it isn't a revolutionary new type of engine. It is a flat, bizarre-looking, physics-defying skateboard. The concept of vehicle manufacturing has been violently torn apart by a company that isn't even a traditional car maker. They looked at the century-old blueprint of welding bodies and bolting on suspension parts, laughed at how outdated it was, and asked a terrifying question. What if the vehicle was already entirely finished before a single piece of bodywork was ever attached? What if the car could drive, steer, and brake perfectly on its own, completely naked, right off the production line? This is the grim reality that has left Western executives in a state of absolute panic. The insurmountable barrier to entry that protected legacy brands for decades has simply vanished overnight. You no longer need 50 years of mechanical pedigree, billion-dollar research and development facilities, or massive supply chains to build a world-beating electric vehicle. All of the complex engineering, the suspension geometry, the thermal management, the power delivery, the crash structure has been ripped out of the car's body and compressed into a single, drivable platform. The monopoly is dead. Any tech company, any appliance manufacturer, or any new startup can now simply purchase this pre-assembled skeleton, drop a beautifully designed aerodynamic shell on top of it, and instantly compete with the oldest automotive dynasties on the planet. The era of the complicated car factory is over, replaced by a plug-and-play reality that Western brands are entirely unprepared for. The name of the engineering anomaly responsible for this industry-wide panic is the CIIC, the CATL Integrated Intelligent Chassis. And the most humiliating aspect for traditional European and American automakers is that this fatal blow isn't being delivered by a direct competitor. It is being delivered by the largest battery manufacturer on the planet. CATL doesn't just want to supply the cells that power your next vehicle. They have engineered a way to become the entire vehicle. Now, the theoretical idea of a skateboard chassis isn't entirely new, but the brutal, uncompromising, and physics-breaking way this specific technology has been executed obliterates every established rule of automotive packaging. To understand the sheer magnitude of this breakthrough, you have to look at the massive flaws of a standard Western electric vehicle. In a traditional EV, engineers start with a heavy steel or aluminum frame. Then, they desperately try to cram heavy battery modules into a protective metal box, bolting that box to the floor. Then they have to find room for massive cooling pumps, thick orange high-voltage cables, front and rear electric motors, and separate control units for every single function. It is a monumental waste of internal space, resulting in thousands of pounds of absolute dead weight. The structural integrity of the car and the energy storage of the car are two completely separate, extremely heavy things. The Chinese engineering approach to the CIIC platform was to completely eradicate this separation of components. They have weaponized cell-to-chassis technology, known as CTC, to a level that breaks the laws of traditional packaging. The battery is no longer a heavy, passive backpack that the car is forced to carry around like a burden. Instead, the battery cells themselves have been physically integrated into the frame, becoming the primary structural spine of the vehicle. The cells absorb the impact. The cells provide the torsional rigidity that stops the chassis from flexing in corners. By eliminating the separate battery modules and the protective outer casings, they achieved a staggering volume utilization rate of 75%. But the integration didn't stop at the batteries. Ultra-high-efficiency electric motors, high-voltage step-down converters, and heavy mechanical systems have all been violently compressed into this exact same flat board. The result is a mechanical footprint that achieves the lowest possible center of gravity known to modern physics. When you witness this naked, flat platform driving aggressively on a test track without doors, without a roof, and without a physical connection between the steering wheel and the tires, the harsh reality sets in. Perhaps the most terrifying aspect of the CATL Integrated Intelligent Chassis is what it actually removes from the vehicle. Legacy automakers love to boast about how many microchips and how many miles of wiring are inside their new luxury saloons. They treat complexity as a badge of honor, but in the realm of true engineering efficiency, complexity is the enemy. It adds weight, it causes electronic failures, and it makes manufacturing painfully slow. The CIIC platform completely destroys the traditional wiring loom. It operates on a fully centralized, highly integrated electronic architecture. Think about a traditional steering system. You turn the wheel, which turns a physical metal steering column, which engages a rack and pinion, physically forcing the wheels to turn. It is a heavy, mechanically restrictive system that dictates exactly where the driver must sit and exactly how the dashboard must be shaped. CATL has deleted it. The skateboard chassis utilizes an entirely steer-by-wire system. When you turn the wheel in a car built on this platform, you are simply sending an electronic signal to ultra-fast actuators mounted directly on the front axle. There is no physical connection between your hands and the road. The same brutal logic has been applied to the braking system. The heavy hydraulic master cylinder, the brake booster, and the complicated web of fluid lines running underneath the car are gone, replaced by a brake-by-wire system that reacts in milliseconds, calculating the exact amount of regenerative braking and physical friction needed for each individual wheel. By deleting the mechanical steering column and the hydraulic brake lines, the platform becomes universally adaptable. A manufacturer can buy this exact same skateboard and build a left-hand drive sports car, a right-hand drive family SUV, or a fully autonomous delivery van without changing a single mechanical component on the chassis. The physical constraints of automotive design have been erased by lines of code and high-speed electrical impulses. When Western automakers manage to squeeze 500 kilometers of range out of a massive, heavy electric SUV, they call a press conference and demand applause. They achieve these numbers by simply throwing larger, heavier, and more expensive battery packs at the problem, creating a vicious cycle of diminishing returns. The heavier the car gets, the more energy it takes to move it, which requires an even bigger battery. The CATL CIIC breaks this cycle of automotive obesity entirely, because the skateboard chassis has eliminated so much dead weight and packaging redundancy. The efficiency numbers it produces are making Western engineers look completely incompetent. During their extreme testing programs, CATL revealed the true capability of the integrated skateboard. We are not talking about laboratory estimates. We are talking about physical, real-world data. The CIIC platform achieves a staggering energy consumption rate of just 10.5 kilowatt-hours per 100 kilometers. That level of efficiency is practically unheard of for a vehicle of this size. To put that into perspective, it makes the most efficient electric vehicles currently sold in Europe and America look like gas-guzzling tractors. Because the energy consumption is so incredibly low, the battery doesn't need to be absurdly large to achieve monumental distances. The platform is capable of delivering a true, uncompromised range of 1,000 kilometers on a single charge. It entirely destroys the concept of range anxiety. And when it finally does run out of power, The charging speeds are equally destructive to the competition. The CIIC architecture operates on an ultra-high voltage system that allows it to absorb 300 kilometers of range in just 5 minutes of charging. By the time a driver unplugs the cable and grabs a coffee, the car is ready to cross half the country. The Western excuse that electric cars are only meant for short city commutes has been completely dismantled by this flat piece of integrated engineering. There is one specific argument that critics of electric vehicles constantly bring up, and until now, they have been absolutely right. Cold weather. Legacy electric cars despise freezing temperatures. When the mercury drops below zero, traditional battery packs freeze, chemical reactions slow down to a crawl, and the vehicle's range drops off a cliff. Drivers in colder climates have routinely watched 30 to 40% of their battery capacity simply vanish into the freezing air. Legacy automakers try to solve this by installing heavy energy-draining heaters that eat into the range even further. It is a lose-lose situation that has plagued the industry for a decade. The CIIC Skateboard chassis doesn't just improve on this issue, it obliterates it. Because the entire platform was designed from the ground up. As a single living organism, the thermal management system is unlike anything seen in the West. The battery, the electric motors, and the power electronics are all connected through a highly advanced, integrated heat pump system. Electric motors naturally generate a massive amount of heat when they operate. In a traditional car, that heat is wasted, vented out into the atmosphere. The CATL platform captures every single degree of that waste heat and funnels it directly into the structural battery pack, keeping the cells at their absolute optimum operating temperature without draining the battery's stored energy. The test results are terrifying for the competition. During extreme winter testing in conditions as low as -30 degrees Celsius, the CIIC chassis demonstrated a 300% improvement in thermal efficiency compared to traditional designs. Range degradation in freezing temperatures has been slashed in half. The car no longer fights against the cold. It uses its own mechanical exertion to survive it. The winter nightmare that has kept buyers away from electric vehicles in colder regions has been permanently solved by a company that simply refused to accept the limitations of legacy thermal dynamics. This, the most dangerous thing about the CATL Integrated Intelligent Chassis, is not the 1,000 kilometers of range, and it is not the steer-by-wire technology. The most dangerous thing is what this does to the global automotive market. Developing a brand new vehicle from scratch traditionally takes a legacy automaker anywhere from 36 to 48 months. It costs billions in research, testing, and factory retooling. It is a slow, bureaucratic nightmare that stifles innovation. By offering a fully developed, thoroughly tested, and ridiculously advanced skateboard chassis to anyone willing to buy it, CATL has slashed that development time in half. A brand can now design a car and bring it to market in under 18 months. The initial development costs are completely gutted. This means we are about to see a tidal wave of new, highly advanced vehicles flooding the market at prices that Western brands physically cannot match. We are already seeing brands like Neta preparing to launch vehicles built entirely on this CIIC architecture. They are taking technology that would normally be reserved for £100,000 luxury saloons and offering it to the masses. The traditional car factory, with its stamping presses and endless assembly lines, is now a financial anchor dragging legacy brands to the bottom of the ocean. They are trapped in a system that requires them to build the skeleton, the muscles, and the nervous system of the car from scratch every single time. Meanwhile, the Chinese industry has commoditized the very soul of the automobile. They have turned the most complex engineering challenges into a plug-and-play component. The European and American giants are panicking because they realize they are no longer competing against other car makers. They are competing against the speed of light, against companies that have rewritten the laws of physics, and against a flat, drivable skateboard that just made a century of Western engineering completely irrelevant.